Well, hello everyone and happy Wednesday. Welcome to Cruise Talk Live, or what is Cruise Talk Live. Normally here on Wednesdays, Mr. Bill, Warmstrong Adventures, is taking another week off, but I actually like the topic that him and I are going to talk about so much so that I'm going to expand it throughout my co-host throughout the week. So last week, you saw I had Sea Leg Journeys, and we talked a little bit about YouTube lives. This week, I have Liz. I did it. Carnival Cruise Addicts with me here, and then next week we will have Mr. Bill, and then maybe so forth afterwards. Ron from the Fam Adventures had came up and asked me to do a little bit of a little live on YouTube live because he is thinking about going live, and I know so many of you are thinking about going live as well. So, without further ado, let's get the show started, and let's talk a little bit about YouTube. Well, hello and happy Wednesday, everyone. I hope you liked that little intro there. Hello, Carnival Cruise Addicts. How are you guys doing on this Wednesday?
We're good. It's probably the first time I've sat down today, so it's good.
To be honest with you, me too, Chris. It has been an absolute week. And this is going to be weird in a good way, but we're going to get to go live twice. Carnival Cruise Addicts and Controversial Cruising, aka Captain Controversy, 2 times. But this week, well, today is going to be a little bit more of a serious conversation, but entertaining, but serious and educational too as well. Liz and Chris, as I have told you, Ron from the Fam Adventures had approached me and asked me a bunch of questions about going live. And again, I believe, there's no gatekeeping in this YouTube game, or there's no gatekeeping in social media, right? So I know that there's so many of us that already go live 4, 5 times a week, 3 times, once a week, once a month. So I figured to do kind of this little series, and I know that you guys agreed. And he has some questions that I'm finishing up, and he told me that he's taking some notes. So he's really appreciative of Sea Leg Journeys and myself, who did a show last week, and Carnival Cruise Addicts and myself, who are going to talk a little bit about going live, because you guys have a show. We'll talk about your guys' show, and then we also have a show too, once a week. So we will talk about that. But Liz, how was your week?
I mean, it's hard to believe it's only Wednesday.
I say that to Bill every Wednesday when it wraps around. He's like, how's the week? I said, I feel like we were here yesterday and it was a whole week, a whole 7 days, and it goes just like that. So
Sure does.
Bill, if you are lurking in the chat, I hope you are feeling better, and we look forward to having you back next week. Let's see who has joined us in the chat for this little YouTube chat before we get into it. Mike Land was first here and says, hey, controversial. See, now everybody has got me doing it too, and I have nobody else to blame but myself for mixing up Carnival Cruise Addicts and Controversial Cruising. She says, hello, Carnival Cruise Addicts. Says, hello, Scott. Sorry. Going Green Mom, hello, Megan. Here waiting, so I'm not super late. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Carnival Cruise Addicts is right there, right next to me. Michael Ann says, I guess it's too late to ask questions about doing my first live 3 years later. Well, it's not really, I guess, YouTube live, but I mean, Michael Ann, you're definitely going to be one that can put some things in the chat. You have a lot of knowledge about going live too as well. And I think, again, this is a community thing where we can all help each other and there's no gatekeeping. You know, if Liz does a cooking challenge and I do a cooking challenge and JT does a cooking challenge, we can all do them in a different way, you know, and do something a little different. So Travel Cake Trips are here. We are ready for the chat. We are ready to chat about YouTube. Dina, Budgeting by Dina is here, but Budgeting by Dina US is here. Good evening. Yes, it is. It's kind of like a series. Honestly, I'm going to kind of go through my week of co-host, hopefully one by one. And I think there's a lot to be learned and a lot to be said with YouTube Live in general, social media, and just, you know, the YouTube game, period.
Different point of views is important.
Sorry, Chris, what'd you say?
As a different point of views is important from, you know, each channel and everybody that does this. So I think it's great. Exactly.
So, you know, something that you pointed out last week, or something that Chris pointed out, something that Chet pointed out last week could be different than something that Chris pointed out this week. Excuse me. Tanya, hello, Tanya. Welcome in. TJ's Destinations. Welcome in, TJ. Travels with Josiane has joined us. Hello, Travels with Josiane. Will G is here. Evening, y'all. Driving and listening. Hello, Will G. Let's see. Gary is here. YouTube Police says, sup, Controversial Cruising. Hello, Gary. Welcome in. Ren and Stimpy, did you catch that? The Nickelodeon. I was wondering if somebody was going to say something about this. Nickelodeon, yes. The 90s. I'm an 80s baby. So, yes, I grew up with Nickelodeon. CNS Travel is here. Hello, CNS. Sherman and Crystal. Welcome in. Elisa is here. Hello. She says, hey, Scott and chat. Hello, Elisa. I enjoyed her Monday mood check where she got to try those snacks that I brought back from Hawaii. That was super cool. I had a feeling that you guys were going to like those cookies. I got a sampling of the cookies there, Elisa, and I was like, oh, these are good. I know who can try these on a Monday mood check. Denise from Bone Tried Travelers is here. I'm here getting ready for work. Please, I don't have Denise this week. Thank Denise. I'm here getting ready for work. The Bud Fowles is here. Hello, Sue. Welcome in. Rod is here. Rod has joined us. Hello, Rod. Orange Cone Vlog is here. Hello, Ross. Welcome in, my friend. Doug and Becky on the move. Great to see you guys. Hello. Antoinette F. Fun. Hey, Fran. How are you? Great to see you. Regina Nixon is here. Hi, everyone. Welcome in, Regina. Adventures with Roxanne is also here. Hello, Roxanne. I was in her live earlier, too, as well. Tech 928 is here. Tech support. Hello. Good morning. Good morning to you on your side of the world. Okay, I think I am down to the bottom. If I missed anybody, I'm so sorry. But let's kick this off here, and let's talk a little bit about this YouTube live and going live. Liz and Chris, you guys go live separately on YouTube. Aside from we have yourself on Sundays at 5 o'clock Eastern, correct? And how long have you guys been doing that YouTube show for?
It's been about a year.
Yeah.
About a year.
And if you were to give a piece of advice to somebody that was thinking about starting a new show, maybe not once a week, right? That's a lot of commitment once a week to get things ready, right? Audio and video for the show, thoughts and ideas, right? But even if you just committed to a show once a month, what's something that you would say to someone maybe new or somebody thinking about starting a YouTube show?
So what I would say, our first few, I mean, maybe
our first live was a very impromptu one.
Yeah, well, we didn't plan it, but for us, we didn't have fancy microphones. We didn't have fancy cameras. We didn't have a studio. We were outside on our lanai. I mean, I think we had our Miami Dolphin t-shirts on.
We did.
But
I remember that one.
We were there. I think Michael Ann was in our first live, actually.
Yeah.
I think that's how she found us. But it was just do it. There's no, you can prep all day long, but honestly, until you take the plunge and then get used to kind of what the setup looks like. We did it without StreamYard, and then we did it with StreamYard. And honestly, you just gotta, the more you do it, the more you get comfortable. Like, I don't think you need the fancy equipment. I think people will watch if they like you and they appreciate what you have to say. For us, we like to feed off the comments.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, we're not going live. I mean, we try to have topics, but
well, she always says this every week. She's like, "What's the topic this week?" And and when we first started, we were like, "Oh, we should have a topic, so we can put it on the thumbnail and say, hey, this is our topic for the live, this, that, and the other." And then we shortly realized very quickly that the chat and the conversations that everybody's having with each other and us is really what the live is about. And it makes it fun. It makes it spontaneous. We've watched a ton of lives ourselves, and it's very structured, very questions, very answer.
Well,
and that for us,
yeah,
that's not our thing. You know what I mean? So we enjoy just being ourselves.
We do it for the community, like, because we enjoy the interaction. Now, granted, maybe like there are other channels we watch that, like, you hear their name. You hear them say your name and you get all excited, right. But like, and now they're so big, like they'll never say your name, so like for us, we hope we keep it smaller, but like what caused, like, to me, it wasn't about being ready to do it. It's just take the plunge and do it.
Yeah.
We
literally that day, it was July, right? And it was a couple of weeks after Liz posted
I really
a couple
don't know when it was.
I think Michael Ann said it was July. But
anyway,
we just, like, the hell of it. Let's try a live and see what happens, and it's fun. Been hooked ever since.
Yeah, you're addicted to lives. He likes going live. I don't like being live.
And you see here's the thing about the chat too. And, Bill and I have talked about this. Everybody in a sense wants to be heard, right? So when your name is clicked on and your comment is brought up, right? It's in a sense you're being heard, right? Not only just by the person who is live and has the mouth like I do, or the entire chat, right? So we all want to be heard at some level by someone, right? So I think that's why sometimes your lives can get, twisted and turned, I guess, and dictated. Your live can get dictated by the chat, right? And that is a very, very good thing, and I think engagement is one of the biggest things going on YouTube, and we're going to talk a little bit about that because there's actually a lot of trends that we have been doing together actually that are going forward in 2025. So let me catch up to the chat before this runs away from me. Pete and Lisa are here. Hello, it's a cruise life. Welcome in. Going Green Mom says, okay, just trying to determine how much attention I need to pay. I don't enjoy doing live, so just here to support. And we love that too as well. Yeah. Michael Ann reminds you and says, 1 year last July, seen the first one. Of course, absolutely believe that. 100%. Andy says, I'm so old. My first YouTube live was done with 2 cans and a string. I remember that. The old YouTube live. I love it. V made me do my first one. I love that. You know, I have good friends that give you a little push, you know. You still need a topic to start too, and that's 110%. You know, that's the first YouTube live that I had ever started. Collab actually was with Bill, Warmstrong Adventures, and it was this actual Cruise Talk live, which we still do on Wednesdays at this exact time when we pick a cruise topic, a trending cruise topic, and we talk about it, and it is very enjoyable. And I think again, you know, there is YouTube lives that can get dictated by the chats, and then there's other types of lives or premieres, I guess you could say, like podcasts, like I've been also doing too, and we'll talk about that later. That can be another sort of live. Now, I also want to ask to you, CCA, if somebody was thinking about being monetized, okay, right? And monetization is this form of being paid by YouTube, right, to create content, right? Now, we're not talking about how much, this isn't that live, right? But if somebody or a group of people that had a channel were thinking about doing and becoming monetized, would going live or committing to lives be something that they would have to think about doing in order to attain that process?
I mean, I don't think you have to, but it's very helpful to build your watch hours, right? If you've got someone sitting there, you're an hour live, even if they watch half of it, you got 30 minutes of watch time from one person. Say you get 8 people, 10 people, a bunch on the replay. It can give you a decent amount of watch time.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. But on the same token, if you have a YouTube channel where you're putting out content, if you don't have the people following you, they're not going to go on the live either.
Correct.
So it's kind of, you know, so you see channels that ramp up in subscribers from, say, a short, but you go into their live and they have 50,000, 100,000 subscribers, and there's 3 people in their live. I don't think that's the right way to go. You know what I mean? You have to build
the engagement isn't there. The engagement,
exactly.
right? That's what it's called. It's just the engagement, right? Per your subscriber or follower rate, right? Whatever platform you want to talk. We're talking about YouTube, right? The engagement is just not there because 500,000 or even 50,000, right, should be way more than 2, right? And we're not taking for granted those 3 or 2 people that are showing up. But again, right, if we're talking about being consistent and we're talking about having a YouTube channel in order to be monetized, I don't think it's necessary. But I think if you put a good mix in the very beginning, right, and this is what I did really early on, and I think that this is what helped propel me a little bit towards my watch hours. And in the beginning, I never really wanted to get monetized, to tell you the truth. But between videos, lives, right, and shorts don't really gain or attribute much towards your watch hours, but you know, you can kind of use them to cross promote to your longer videos and such like that, and even your lives and things like that. So
it goes back to the first thing of putting out content that people want to watch. You know, so if you put a short out, you put, you know, this and the other, I don't know. It's got to be genuine in what you do. There's a ton of them out there that did one video and they think they're a YouTube or, you know, a star because they have one short that went crazy. But, you know, just be genuine in what you do. We didn't start the channel to monetize ever, you know, and as you got closer to those levels, you're like, ooh, maybe,
yes,
why not? And Liz calls it pennytizing, which is relatively accurate. You know, you're not going to make $1 million doing this, but, you know, do it because you enjoy what you do. And like us, all have regular jobs. This is time out of your day from your regular job after you're working to do this. And it's fun.
Have fun. Exactly.
And we enjoy doing it. We absolutely enjoy doing it. So keep that at rule number 1. Enjoy
Also, to be clear, though, yes, you still always want to enjoy it, but there are also people that may even take it a level above us, right, and do it for a business, right?
Yeah.
Whether they're travel agents, whatever they may be, whatever industry they may be, right? But this may be their actual main source of revenue, but that is not who we are talking to right now. So that is just what I want to be very clear with. YouTube police, Gary says, people are upset if you miss them in the chat, or at least I have seen it happen. Oh, I've seen it too. 110%. Ross says, I don't want to be heard. I just want to create laughter. Yeah, well, you definitely do that, my friend, and we love that. Frankie Floyd is here. Hello, Frankie Floyd. Welcome in. Amy is here. Cruise Crazed fam. Hello. Bama Nola is here. Hello to my favorite Carnival cruise addicts. Hello, Bama Nola. Paulzilla also joins us. I did my first YouTube live on an IBM computer from 1979. All right, Paul. I believe that. I do. The Oracle's channel is here. Hello, Oracle's channel. Welcome in. Let's see. Denise says, I'm still too chicken to go live on my own. That's why I piggyback on you and Jimmy. Well, Denise, you are wonderful live, and we love you as a co-host. And again, we are sort of trying to give you that little tush push. And again, when you are ready, the platform is there and you are building your platform. So I love having you on every other Thursday. Yes. YouTube police says, I never did anything on YouTube before 2020. The year we were all stuck in the house together. I think my first live was in 2022. Maybe I was actually way after that, to tell you the truth. So 2022 is that's awesome. I know you've been around for a long time, Gary. I know that. Cruise Craze fam says, I must admit, still too scared to do my own live.
Liquid courage helps.
Literally.
Yeah.
And the match game, right? Hey, maybe the match game. Maybe the match game. Amy,
me and Liz had a drink or two, and I was busting her cojones about doing it because I thought it would be fun. We didn't know anything about it, but I wouldn't be scared about it. We literally just did it, and it's been great ever since. So you don't know if you don't try. If you're scared of doing it and you don't do it, you're not going to do it. I sound like Yogi Berra. I know. Anybody watches baseball, the Yogiisms. But yeah, just do it. If you fail, then you're going to learn from that fail. We thought we would have nobody. I think we hit 3. We were like, there's people watching us? What the hell's going on? So, I would say do it. Just absolutely do it and have fun.
But and the thing is, you have nothing to lose.
No,
there's really no risk because
strangers will show up. I promise. Strangers will show up.
They'll show up, and then they don't like what they see. They leave. Okay, and then but
we're friends with Michael Land almost 2 years later, over 2 years later.
Yep. My first live was about celebrating my first anniversary. I love that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And look at you, Tanya. You're such a boss. You're so organized.
We were watching yours earlier.
That was a premiere, not a live.
I know, but it's still. What was the Stephen Curry liquor that good? Was it worth $90 to $100 a bottle? I don't know.
That's right. Gary says there's nothing to be afraid of. It's just something you just have somebody to join you when you start, so it's no awkward pause, right?
I agree with that. I think that's a great way to start, is to be with somebody else, build your comfort level of talking on screen, on camera, and then you could take the plunge on your own.
Yep.
And that's where I think early on, and also, again, me and Bill have said this, you use the chat early on, right? When you don't feel comfortable enough, or you don't have enough topics, or you feel like you're running out, because the chat could refuel or start another topic, right? For me now, where I'm at, right, I'm the chat, right? It's not, how do I want to say this? The chat, I don't have to rely on the chat to take up the dead space, because I know what I want to say, and I want to make sure with what my topics are, that I give the information that I want to give to everybody that is here, right? Because nothing like showing up to a live and going through a chat for 40 minutes, right? And them not talking about anything that they had put on their thumbnail, right? Now, obviously, right, if they say chit chat Q&A, that's chit chat Q&A, you know, whatever. But, you know, if they put like, hey, you know, fixing the toilet, and they never talk about fixing the toilet, it's like, well, okay, well, what's going on?
Well, that's why now in our description, I'm like, let's talk cruising and have some fun, and
we'll
maybe we'll talk about something.
That's what it is.
That's what we show up for. The best part about it is everybody does something a little bit different. You know, we love focusing on the chat. Yes, we have a topic. We'll figure out something, but it's not something we have to talk about. If we don't get to our topic, it's not the biggest thing for us. You know what I mean? We're not doing life change. We're not saying, oh, on today's oral surgery map, we're going to talk about cutting out your tooth. You know, it's just about having fun. And for us, the chat is the live. You know what I mean? So yeah, if we don't get to our topic, we don't get to the end of our live. Go, oh, we didn't talk about turtles and damn grain cart or Tortuga, but it's just having fun.
I like Tortuga. Enjoy doing what you do. Enjoy doing what you do. Monetization comes later. Yeah, it definitely does. It's an uphill battle. Question by Travel Cake Trips: what is the best way to let your subscribers know that you will be going live, other than them?
Yeah, so you schedule your live, right? You schedule it ahead of time. You don't like, so if we ever do a pop-up live, which is only like on a cruise ship now, right? But like you go, like you use StreamYard or whatever service you do, even on YouTube, you can schedule your live, you put your thumbnail up. If they have the notification on, like they'll see it, right?
Right. Yes, the earlier that you get your thumbnails out, and the earlier that you get your live set up, whatever platform you're using, I happen to use StreamYard. The earlier you get that set up, the easier it is going to be for your subscribers to go back and hit that notification bell. You know, every single night I go through before I go to bed, I go on the For You page, and I also go on my followed For You page, and I click notify on the ones that I want to watch, on all the people that I'm subscribed to, and then all the people that is like I've never seen them before, but hey, you know, notify me maybe, and I'll pop it. So I do it every night.
Yeah, I think the key is like consistency. Right? Once you have a set schedule of when you're going to do it, and you do it every time, or you know, almost every time, every week or every month or every 2 weeks,
28 like, of every month, right? Every Friday, every last Friday, correct? Yeah,
people know for the most part, Sunday 5 o'clock, that's our time. Friday 8 o'clock batch game. Yep. You know, you and Bill 7 o'clock Wednesday. Like they know Saturday's podcast for Scott at 10 a.m. Like people know because you create a habit, right?
Antoinette of Fun, first Wednesday and last Wednesday of every month. See, I looked at the thumbnail before this. I was like, oh, is she live? Oh, no, it's not the last. See, you're like people. You get people in rhythm, right? So then people are like, you know, they look like, oh, okay, it's not the third, like, you know. So,
yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a ton of people tuning in tonight going, hey, where's Bill? Yeah. And I'm looking at the screen that I'm on here and not Bill. And I'm like, where the hell is Bill? You know what I mean? So you get that cadence, you get that schedule, whether it be weekly, monthly, whatever, get that going, and people will come back knowing, hey, you're going to go live on that day.
Which is why I wanted to do this, and I figured to expand this YouTube series, right, to keep this time, because this would have, you know, been 2 weeks, and you know, I don't think either one of us want 2 weeks to go where you know, we're not in the time slot, and people are like, hey, where's Bill and Scott? So, and I'm able to, and you guys are able to, and this is a great topic. I love talking about social media and YouTube. Tanya says the trolls show up to all live, subscribe or not. That's why you got to have good mods. Believe me, I got some good wrenches in here. Don't worry. Hello, Mona did what? Hi, everyone. Oracle says you can't do it without 100% enthusiasm. And that is 110% right. Every single time. They sure do, Tanya. I just laugh at them. I do too. Let's see here. Shorts get some attraction to your channel, which hopefully people will stay and check out your channel. That's the hope. You know, hopefully what I've tried to do with a lot of my traveling shorts is hook them up to longer pieces of content that are relevant. And even in the moment while I'm taking those vlogs, not to get off of the YouTube live, but while I'm shooting that vlog in Hawaii, I'm also shooting a short, right, to advertise that bigger piece of content. So that's a little side nugget, a dip in the side nugget.
Like when like we're on a cruise, Liz will be filming, whether on her camera and I'll be sitting there on my phone going, okay, I have to do the YouTube or not YouTube, the TikTok version of what she's filming. So
correct.
Portrait and landscape.
Yeah, or something different, another kind of, it's like a teaser, right? You kind of want the short to kind of be a teaser, right? To that long form, or even the premiere after you premiere it. The secret is to get WH
watch
to
hours.
Watch hours to watch hours to engage your viewers to watch. Yeah, exactly. 100%. It was a source of income for me when I retire. At least that's the plan. That's a good plan. 110%. Let's see. Ryan PK Adventures is here. Hello, Ryan. Welcome in. Michael Ann says, I'm not going to make it rich in YouTube, but I wouldn't mind getting to the monetization point one day. Absolutely. Paul Zilla. Hello, Paul Zilla. I am still going to try to go live on my Timex Sinclair computer with a whopping 8K of memory. Well, you let me know how that works out.
Yeah. Luck with that, Ross.
Let's see. Sometimes you just have to rip off the bandage and do it. It gets easier the longer you do it. Yes. And I believe Ron was thinking about going live, I think once a month, and I think that is good for somebody that is, thinking about going live. I don't think there's a certain time that's perfect, right? I don't think there's ever a perfect time to go live or wait to go live, but to commit to once a month and say, hey, we're going to be here the 14th of every month or the 20th or the second Thursday, I think that would be cool. And of course, Ron, when you watch this, we will all be there supporting. So he told me he was there watching. He got 2 full pages of notes. So, and I know there were other people that had texted me and said that they watched also too as well and wrote down a ton of notes. So Paul Zilla said, just chilling in the front. Oh, wait, I have a fireplace too. That's nice. Watching the fireplace, watching Scott's go nuts. Yeah, that's right. PK Adventures, Scott, the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you very much. And thank you for that little sound clip there too on your live earlier. Let me see what I got for you, mister. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Do I get a cruise? Oh, I do. Thank you very much, Mr. Ryan. I appreciate you, my friend. Let's see. I saw the word carnival and they were doing a live, so I was interested in checking it out. Ooh, I love it. I still get nervous when I go live. Bill says that too as well. I don't want to tell everything, but he says that live to you guys when we're, sometimes he always gets nervous, he said before he hits the bell. So let's see. We were nervous for our first live, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes. It's like just hanging out with your friends,
It is, but there's that every time we go live, there's that little minute to 3 minute. Ooh, we're going live. Oh my God, I'm going live. I'm going live in front of people. It's a couple deep breaths, and just relax. And it's like, hey, I'm going to be in front of people. This is weird. I'm not used to this. So yeah, I would agree.
Tanya, you are so good at it. I'm telling you, I love listening to your lives. I love listening to you.
Do not have a public speaking phobia.
I mean, that's if she does, and she does what she does on her channel, anybody can do it.
Yeah,
you really can. You really can. You rock it, Tanya.
I love watching Tanya and everything she does. It's amazing.
And I love when she yells at Timmy, but that's to the side.
Oh, it's so funny. I'm going to be doing a shots. I think we're both going to be doing YouTube live collabs with Event Yours soon. So look out for that.
Yeah, we are.
It's up. I love it. Let's see. Oh God, am I so far behind? Let's see. Travel K Trips. The best way is YouTube notifications. Make sure you have all the sub notifications set to all. You can also advertise on other social media platforms too. I do as well. Yes, TikTok, Instagram, and obviously I like to create different, the appropriate sizing for the appropriate platform, because when you put things on platforms where they don't belong, people know you just got lazy and you just started throw up posting. I call it, you have one post and you just throw it everywhere, right? Okay, that's all well and good, but at the same time, right, if you just make 2 or 3 different variations, right, it doesn't take that long, and you can put them on all social media platforms the right way, like Rod is saying, and Rod always does. I see a ton of different promotions that Rod is, and they're all the right way, they're all up, and they're all different, and I'm like, Tanya does it too. I'm telling you, you gotta there. Hello, Nikki, welcome in. Let's see. Not Chris. If I came to a live to talk about the topic, I'd be dead if I don't bring it up. Yeah,
I'm not gonna say we don't bring it up. We just don't really end up talking about it that much, apparently.
You know what? Nobody's complained yet.
Right.
No, of course not.
That we know of, anyway.
Right. But yeah, no, I agree.
We were still too afraid to try it, but we may try your suggestion of liquid courage. And hey, Doug and Becky, if you want to be on the match game too, never break a little courage.
Yes. We have openings.
Match game. Liz, remind me later. I have CRS. I'm sorry, people. Oh, look who's here, Mr. Bill is
here. Speaking of Mr. Bill, we're
oh no.
Mr. Bill. I hope you are feeling better, my friend. I am glad that you are here. He is giving a blanket hello and saying hello to everybody. Thank you so much.
I'm so glad you're watching, Mr. Bill. That makes me happy.
Consistency, and a short promo on all your socials. Yes, 110%. And even Sea Leg Journey said this too as well last week. Consistency is the name of the game. The more consistent you get and you commit to a time and a place, the more people are going to show up. Right. And it might not be the second you hit live, but, as your live goes on, right, there's the amount of people that were in this live have went up too. So again, the consistency and the consistency builds it. It does. Okay, people know, hey, CCA is live every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and I'm there every Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern.
I mean, look at we Thirsty Thursday combined with Friday. You know what I mean? So people are expecting the live from the same people all the time, but people have lives, people have vacations, people are on a cruise. So we decided to cross them. And you had the same people there, and it was so much fun. But yeah, consistency.
If it's your show and you are the expert, so do not worry about the other's opinion. Yes, 110%. Let's see here. Marco, hello, Danny D. I'm sorry if I missed you. If you're up,
Danny D.
Hello, Danny. I just want to have fun in my lives, and guess what, Antoinette? Every time I show up to your live, friend, I have fun. I love it, and I always am dancing to your intro and your outro. Oh my God, you got to see me! I'm telling you, I'm gonna take a video and dun 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 dun. I hear it. I hear it. See, I'm telling you, we should play a game like guess the YouTube creators intros.
Ooh. Guess the YouTube intro.
I know Antoinette's smiling right now. Catching up already, but one thing to think about: if you don't know how sustainable it is long term, hours roll off in 1 year. Very good to point out. So if you are using it for hours, you need to be close on friends first. Yes, 110%. You do roll off after the 365 days. You actually lose the hours if you do not gain them back.
Yeah, it's called a TTM, or a trailing 12 months. So if you had a video that went nuts and you got 500 watch hours, the next year, you lost 500 watch hours. I'm a gnome.
Not a troll, he's a gnome.
All right.
So, like, he's an example of someone in the chat that I like to interact with because he always brings something.
So funny. So funny. Advanced notifications of lives help people include you in their already busy day. People are more likely to show up when they expect you. I miss pop-ups all the time. So do I, Tanya, due to working. Yes, 110%. So
we all work. I mean, a lot of people think that people, once you go live and you're on YouTube, you're retired, you have all this money. No, you don't. You don't make a lot of money. Again, pennytizing, it's because it's enjoyable. It's
fun should always be the goal, but sometimes it should be about disseminating. Oh, sorry, disseminating. Sorry,
large word.
Large.
Well, I mean, that's why we started our channel. I mean, it wasn't about fun. It was about, like, we truly love cruising. We truly wanted to share the knowledge, of all the cruises we've been on. But now we do it for fun and that. So
right. And I think at one point, you have to the live in general, right, to bring people in. There has to be a balance in between education, right, giving people information, and entertainment, right. And there's a lives that you see that teeter on both sides, but the real good, true balance of people that are growing and bringing people in by their lives of consistent lives, right, are the people that are both educational and educational and entertaining. Both.
You have to enjoy what you're watching, so like Liz is on YouTube all the time and we'll look at different things. I might be like, yeah, that's kind of boring, or, oh, that's mundane. But yeah, you gotta, I don't know. I think the key number one is have fun doing it, because anybody watching can see if you're doing it very, very, or talking about this tonight, and then
100%
talking about this tonight, we're going to talk. No, just have fun. And if you're not having, it's like work. If you don't like what you do, get a new damn job.
Antoinette says, I appreciate you for doing this. Thank you, Antoinette. I appreciate you. Travel, yes, we see is here. Hello, good evening. Good evening. By the way, today is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. I know. That's why the captain hat is not on. And I was so confused. I don't know. I thought you were on before me on Wednesdays, and I was so confused, Michael. And I don't know.
She's on Thursdays.
I know. Yeah, thanks. I know that now. All these lives are a lot better than what is on TV. I don't have TV. I have YouTube. Honestly, I get off my live and I go and watch somebody else's live. Very little crossover. I have about 10% crossover. I am certain that is just my friends watching my shorts, but the shorts people I don't think watch my lives either. And I think that's what a lot of creators struggle with too as well. And I think it's really those ones that connect those dots, right? That are, the YouTube stars or whatever you want to say, but or the ones that go viral. But honestly, to tell you the truth, shorts shouldn't really be what your channel is about unless you are a shorts channel. And there are lots of shorts channels out there that are successful, but I think if you are looking towards monetization, which I believe Ron is looking towards monetization for that channel, I really believe it's long form and lives, which is what we're talking about too as well. Let's see. But yes, very little crossover. Cruising Scene is here. Hello, Gary.
Gary, I hope your surgery went well today.
That's right. I forgot it was today. Michael and Spoiler Mama, how close are you to being monetized and what are you needing? That's right. Oh, yeah, she is very, very close. Very close. 611 and 250, 2050 watch hours.
Getting there.
Getting there. Rollo is here. Hello, Ron. Sorry, I was running late. Had to buy bread and milk for the snowstorm. Please stay safe. There is Ron. There he is. Double A is here. You might get surprised at how many pros get nervous right before showtime. They just don't let it paralyze them into inaction. Very well put, Mr. Aaron. I like that. And you are correct about that. Brub Bell just stumbled into this nice surprise cheers panel. Hello, Brub Bell.
It's not the match game, so don't get too excited.
Right.
We are having a match game this week. Don't worry. I try to be. I am, but definitely not as organized as some. Believe me. But thank you very much. Oh, this is Bell Loop. Oh, Oh,
Yes.
oh, okay, Gary, I got it. Okay, you were okay, so I did not know that, but now I know this. But I know Belt Loop from Jimmy's Live, the Astute Tourist, the morning show earlier when, okay, yes. And Thirsty Thursday, and then Belt Loop used to go, okay, I got it. Gary, I got it. Famous, hello, Famous. Welcome in.
Yes.
Great to see you. Let's see. Making my way. I'm trying to make my way so I can ask these questions. The Traveling Gilberts are here. Hello. Once it go live, talk about consistent.
Wait, who the hell are the Traveling Gilberts?
Who the hell are the Traveling Gilberts?
Are the Traveling Gilberts? We had such a good video. But yeah, hey, every Saturday I know where I am, believe me. And every morning I wake up on Saturday and said, it's my favorite day of the week. I'm sorry. Let me not get carried away. Coker culture. Wow. Any more C's, we're just gonna keep on getting messed up. Coker culture said, "Yo, what's up? I just wanted to do I wanted to do a live for so long. I just have assumed nobody would be on, and I'd be talking to myself." Well,
yeah, but so what? You talk to yourself. So what?
Yeah, but I think that's a fear of a lot of people. And, we talked about it, about going live, and we did that, F it, and we did it. And there was a couple of people in there. So, just do it. Just do it.
M74 is here. Hello, guys. Welcome in.
Hello,
welcome
Emily.
In. The Coos is here. Hello, Coos. Welcome in. Welcome in. I miss Let It Loose Thursdays and TGIF Junior TGIF Junior Mornings. Please bring that one back. But one day it will all come back. Okay, V. I love it. Who the heck are the Traveling Gilberts? I love it. Yes, consistency. Some week I have 5 to 10 in a live. Sometimes I have 20. Sometimes more. That's right. You never know. Wayne's World Unlimited is also here. Hello, Wayne's World.
New logo.
Yes. So it's a good idea to keep a watch on high watch hour days in the past. Don't let the 360 sneak up on you. That's right. Yep. Keep on going. And it is very common, right? And this is talking to all YouTube creators, but especially ones that are just starting out. It is very common for, you go pedal to the metal and you kind of get addicted to YouTube. I guess me talking to me. And then you somewhat get burned out. And then once that 365 days hits, then it's like, and then the wheels fall off, and then you don't go live for 3 months, and you lose a ton of hours, and then you're finding yourself, behind the 8 ball. But that shows beyond now. But I just wanted to put that as like a post-it note. Don't forget. Wayne's World Unlimited said, I've been on my channel for 2 years. I don't make money anymore. I share the world. My wacky adventures for fun. Well, we love that, and we appreciate that.
Say hi to Elmo for me.
Let's see. I watched the video on YouTube. On how much YouTube paid them last year. They had 100K subs. They only made 20K for the year. It's really low. That is really low. Todd Blount is here, labeling 3D towel animals for my cruise on Sunday on the Carnival celebration. Got about 50 to hide. Ooh, I would want to find one. So
you can send us a couple.
No, we have them. We actually have. We won them in the Helping Hand for Cruising Cruisathon. Right, and I have another pair that we wear. He made them.
That is so false. Traveling Gilberts. I have learned so much about Louisiana watching your guys' shorts and traveling, right? And now it's places that I want to go to, right? Okay. And you're still educational in your life. So stop it. Stop it.
They do. Look, all the
they're freaking great.
They're both though. They're both.
What do you all think about pop-up lives on a cruise ship?
Cruise ship, I love it.
I love them. I absolutely love them. It's not about money grab or attention, anything like that. If somebody pops up and they're live on a cruise ship, I don't give a crap if I'm at work. I'm going to have to go take a crap and watch the live because they're on a cruise. I'm not. I need to see that.
Yes.
So pop-up lives on a actual cruise, I love them. Whether it's us doing them, anybody else doing them, oh my God, I absolutely love them. Because I'm jealous because I'm not on that cruise. Yes. I wish everybody would do one. Personally.
I agree. With good Wi-Fi too, with good Wi-Fi and it's not broken up, but I also really like them. You bring in some new subscribers, you bring in some new eyeballs to the channel, right? Like Chris said, you might be scrolling on the toilet at work and it's like, oh my God, this person is live. She's on the Carnival celebration. I'm going on the Carnival. You start looking like, oh, wow, there's 50 people in this live. And you're like, and then you just start saying, oh, hi, Nancy. Hi, Marv. Hi, Ben. Hi, Jerry. And you're like, oh, okay, well, Ben and Jerry and Marv, they all came over to the channel. And, now we're eating ice cream together. And hey, next thing they know, they showed up at Thirsty Thursday. And that's this game called YouTube. I'm sorry. It is what it is. But I love YouTube pop-up lives on cruise ships. Those personally, I will tell you right now, have been some of my most viewed lives, from the Miracle to the Miracle again. I didn't go live on the Paradise. On the Margaritaville at Sea Islander have been some of my most viewed lives. And I think 1 out of the 3 of those did not have good Wi-Fi and they still got a ton of views. That's awesome, Todd. We love your 3D printed earrings. Oh yes, that's right. Okay. Yes, you just said that. I'm sorry. Wayne's World. I don't even own a television. I haven't had one for 23 years. If it's not on YouTube, I don't see it. I have no streaming services. Ooh, I like that. I love that. Can you talk about, this is perfect because this goes right into the question, one of the questions that Ron had that I wanted to ask. Can you talk about live setup, meaning what do you currently use to keep up with the chat, shows, videos, etc.? And I'll piggyback. How do you prepare for live? So I think that kind of goes with the preparation of your lives, right? Our live, our match game, and your live together. How do you handle those?
Well, I mean, I think like we use StreamYard, right? So you can upload content and videos to it ahead of time. So all the intros you do, your bumpers, whatever you call them, those fancy words you use, like you have it all set up. And so, like, if someone gives you a super chat, you have something for that. You click on it. So within that, that is how we prepare. Like, we will pick our background. We'll pick, what are the things we want to have to show the audience. What I don't know, and maybe you know this, Scott, like if you don't use a streaming service, right? Mm-hmm. Like a YouTube live, you have to have a certain number of subscribers, right, in order to go live on YouTube.
That is correct.
Whereas StreamYard, you didn't. So that's why we started with StreamYard. Like you could go without, and that's why we used that. And we just stuck with it.
That's interesting. Yeah. You're right on that. You're right on that. I actually think I had the amount of subscribers either way. And to tell you the truth, I have actually never gone live through YouTube itself. Right. I have only ever gone live through a third party streaming like a StreamYard or a Streamlabs. I tried once, didn't really like it. I also tried EVMux once. EVMux was okay too as well. So, but yeah, the preparation to a lot. It really depends on the show too. Cape Travel Trips. I mean, I do a lot of different shows and a lot of different content on my channel, but it really depends on what show. Depends on how much preparation goes into it. But again, you always want to put a good show out for people, and you always want to put good content out there. You always want to be entertaining. So there is some preparation that goes into it, and a lot more than I think people think. They think, hey, I have a channel. Let me just hit the live button and a whole bunch of people are going to show up.
Well, and that goes to the keeping up with the chat. I mean, we both use StreamYard, and you can see the StreamYard chat on the right, but it can get away from you in a heartbeat. So you're looking at it, and then 2 seconds later, you don't even see where that little blue bar is because it's gone, and you got to go back down. So yeah, it takes a lot. I mean, Scott does it solo, and I don't know how he does it.
I will not fit into shorts. I'm not in a hurry to do lives. I enjoy making long form videos, which is amazing too as well. In my own time, maybe one day. And hey, as long as the watch hours are pumping on those those long forms and you're getting your watch hours, then hey, doesn't matter. There's no rush into doing the lives.
And you're having fun doing it because the long form
First time.
a lot of editing.
Oh God, Coco Culture, what's going on? Hey Scott, I haven't gotten into a live stream yet. Well, hello Coco Culture, welcome in. Some more C's, I love it. Hopping channels there. Hello Shanster Travels, welcome in Shanster. Great to see you. Let me see if I can get myself down to the bottom. Oh my God, Coco loves this. She just gave the approval. I saw that. Loved pop-up. See, there are people that just wait for the pop-up. I will do a pop-up on my next live too as well. Hello, BFE. Just wanted to tell you. Wait, hold on. This is special for BFE. He never runs off live, but when he gets barbecue sauce, he definitely runs off camera. Hold on. This is for BFE. Thank you, guys. I am totally going to make something with this. I don't exactly know, but I won this on their live, and I am like salivating at the mouth. So thank you guys very much. That was so nice. Can't wait. I'm going to tag you guys in whatever I make. Let's see. 99% of what I watch is on YouTube. Me too. 100% is actually what I do. Let's see. I use StreamYard until they raised the prices. So now we switch to Talk Studio. Ooh, Talk Studio, Streamlabs. Oh, okay. They're about half the price and have basically the same options. There are a few differences. Oh, okay. But check that out. I know there's a lot of plugins, and I get lost in that. I'm not very technical, even though it appears like I am, but I'm not. Kimberly Lavelle, hello. Just getting here. We'll have to watch the replay. No problem. We appreciate you. Can't wait to see what you make. I think there's going to be some kind of, I don't know. I don't want to give it away. Cruise Cave. Yeah, that looks yummy. Oh my God.
I hope you don't make that.
Well, said, I'm going to need another notebook. Sorry, Chris. What did you say?
I hope you don't make the New Year's pizza with that beautiful barbecue sauce.
No, I definitely won't. All right. So let's talk a little bit about collabs, right? Collaborations, what you and I, Greg and Michelle do on a weekly basis. We do the Match Game Live on Friday nights at 8:00 Eastern. Okay. It is an interactive game show. And I believe, first, Greg had come up with the idea of this interactive game show, and I believe the reason why it has taken off and become so popular is because the interactive factor to that game show. Okay, it is just like the game show that you would see on TV, and we include everybody that shows up in the chat if they would like to show up. Okay, and that is just one example of a collab that you could do. Okay, you can look around. Tanya does many collabs. Like I said, I'm going to do a collab with Tanya. There are many other creators that you look around. Sean does collabs too as well. Again, you just look around this entire community. Michael Ann and Roxanne go live all the time together. So what do you guys think of YouTube lives together versus alone as a channel? And alone, you and Chris are alone on Sundays. That's still alone. I don't mean Liz just going live by herself, which doesn't happen ever.
No, that will never happen. I love them both for different reasons. What are you laughing at?
He just went off like that.
Oh, all right. Now, see, when we are all together, you and I, Greg and Michelle, we're sitting there. We have such chemistry. We can bounce off each other. And it's fun. It's interactive. Like, we really feel the audience participation. Like, that gives you a high and an excitement because everybody's having fun. They're showing their silliness.
Yes.
And it really is enjoyable to like feed off each other.
Mm-hmm.
But we also enjoy being live by ourselves because we can feed off each other here or the audience directly. And so, like, I think there's benefits to both, quite honestly.
I agree. So even though it may not be a collab, it's still Liz and I, so you get that. I personally like when channels go live and they include another channel because I just think the bounce back and forth is fun. So whether you're solo or with us, it's us too. That is great too.
Yes.
You know, so I'm going to go 50-50 both ways. That's my final answer. I think it's fun. I mean, to me, I think the more people that are involved, the more opinions you get, it's more interesting. But if you have a solo person, you get that singular point of view, and that too is really cool. So I think I'm absolutely no help in this conversation whatsoever.
No, I think if it was just like myself without him, that's very different than if we're here going off, like feeding off each other. Right? Because if it's just me, I have to fill that air, that dead space. If no one's in the chat and no one's talking.
Oh, I'm dead space.
Which, Scott, you're a pro at.
I'm dead space.
I'm dead space.
No, but he does his podcast. He does. All right. Enough. He does his podcast on Saturday. You have your topics. You get through it. You interact with the chat, and it's awesome.
Right, and it's engaging. It's absolutely.
But I think there's both. Like there's benefits to both.
There is. I agree. I'm not much help.
Would you refer or recommend one style of those lives, whether it's going live with somebody or going live by yourself for your first live? If somebody were to say, hey, which one do you think is better?
I think, honestly,
is there a better? There doesn't have to be.
I think for us, like alone as a channel is better, just because once you introduce a new channel or another channel, you don't know what to expect.
Yes.
Right. They might dominate the conversation. They might take it in a direction that you didn't want to go, and it throws you off. So like for me, it's better like to kind of own it in the beginning, get comfortable with being live, and then you can introduce people into your channel and collaborate. And then like if they go off and you're like, at least you feel comfortable on stage enough to like bring it back. That's just my opinion.
Correct. Good answer.
I can see that. But also for somebody starting out on YouTube, it might be easier to go live with somebody to help break up that conversation. You know what I mean? So
I would like for us being invited to another channel's live.
Yeah.
Right. As a guest. That was really helpful too. Yeah. Like they're the main, and then you're just kind of the backup, and like it builds your online comfort.
Right. Like let's use an example. Both you and I were and when I say you and I, I'm talking to both Chris and Liz, but both Carnival Cruise Addicts and myself were interviewed by Rod. Correct. And that was on Rod's channel, right? And Rod interviewed us. He had a panel of questions, and I didn't know the questions beforehand. You didn't know the questions beforehand. So yes, I think something definitely like that is great. You know, something also that I do, like going live with Jimmy in the morning, right? Yeah. That's like a guest appearance on his show. That's his show. He touches all the buttons and runs all the things. I just show up and have my coffee and entertaining in the morning at 3 a.m. He does. I have one thing about YouTube. Why can't you post a second time on YouTube? I post pics or a pic, but you can't do it a second time, if you know what I mean. YouTube counts that as original content, I believe, because you are original, right? And then you're trying to repost your own content. I believe that's what it is. Someone else tell me if that's the wrong answer, but I believe that's what's happening there. Dark Theme says, "What's going on, Sea Wave Lounge?" Hello, Dark Theme. Sea Wave Lounge is tomorrow. See, consistency. People show up, right? Superman is here. Hello, Superman. Welcome in. And Sausages. See, look at this. Oh God, love the match game. Oh, here we go. Scotty Beam. That's right. Hello, Superman. I think if you are great at including the chat in with the show, Scott is great. Thank you. But sometimes the chat is ignored, and I think it can be off-putting to some. It can. Some people are like, I'm not coming back to them. They didn't put my chat up on the screen.
I mean, I'm not going to be that pretentious person that I'm not going back to that. But I think, and I know me personally doing this, when I go to somebody else's channel, it's Chris from Carnival Cruise Addicts. I'm like, hey, I got mentioned. Yay! You know what I mean? People know who we are. It still excites me. So I think
me too.
Putting the chat on there, putting that up there so people can see it. They love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's just me personally.
And if you come on a personal channel, right, like Chris from Carnival Cruise Addicts on the personal side. BFE is.
I still like it.
We've only done lives by ourselves, so we have no opinions on that either way. Okay, well, hey, I think a match game premiere is in your future too, as well, my friend. Kenkelman is here. Hello, Kenkelman. Welcome in. Chris, you help light up all. Oh, please, no, nothing, no. Scott is up. No, thank you. All of you have such amazing personalities. It doesn't matter what the settling. Dark Theme. I love Dark Theme. You're amazing, Dark Theme. Thank you. No worries, Kenkelman. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate you.
Oh, bless you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, get invited to a live stream for your own introduction before going on your own. Oh, there's a different perspective. V also agrees as well. Michael Ann says, I was very lucky to have V at my house when I did my first live. So she was able to show me how to do things. I like that. She was like, just go here, press there. I could see V doing it. Just press there. Don't worry, it'll go live. I can picture it all. I love it. Hey there, V. Nice to see you. We'll read here. Oh, I love it. Okay, so let me ask one last question before I end this and we let you go. Let's talk a little bit about our match game, okay? And let's talk a little bit more about our match game that we do every week on Fridays. Okay, we have done this now, I think, almost going on almost a year now.
I think it's coming up on the year anniversary.
It's coming up on the year anniversary. Okay, and not only do we have our collab, but we also bring special guests up too as well. Okay, and there are some in the chat that have already been guests on the match game. Okay. What are your feelings about interactive lives and trivias, and how does that play into boosting engagement in a live? Even if you guys don't have this style of live, I know you've seen it. I know you've been in one. I know you participate in one. And I see you in Traveling Fools late night trivia, Liz.
If I'm up late, yes.
Don't try to hide. I've seen you there. Stop it. Me too.
I mean, honestly, first of all, I love trivia. I've always been a trivia nerd. I love game shows. I love all those things. So the fact that you can interact with people you know and then try to win prizes and guess the answer, I love it. I find it to be so much fun. And then when you bring in the personality of the channel too, as a side, like, it is absolutely awesome.
Bingo too. I've played bingo on VicBC Live too. I love bingo, and it's like actual bingo. Like I'm sitting there. I got my whole phone, right? I got the 4 cards, and like you reset, and then you click the ball comes up. They call the ball. They say I-25, and then you click the number, and then you go. I'm like what? And then you say bingo in the chat. It's like virtual bingo, and you feel like you're there. You feel like you're a part, right? You feel like you're part of this like mini community, right? You're starting to make this mini community of bingo players or match game goers or Thirsty Thursdayers or Cruise Talk Live goers or whatever it may be. Or we both have Cruise Talk Live shows. So yeah, you see what I did there, but that's exactly what it is. And you build the consistency along with that engagement. And I think the engagement really is something that helps people keep on coming back, right? Not only is the interactive game shows, right, entertaining, but it has the people coming back because, hey, we all have a little competitive edge in us, right? I mean, I have a lot of competitive edge in us, but I know a lot of the people in the chat have some competitive edge to us. So Married to Slots is also here. Hello, Married to Slots. Hello, CCA. Welcome in.
I mean, game shows, trivia, gambling. Yes, it's all the same.
It's just fun to see the silliness. I mean, if you watch the old game shows, and we're talking the older game shows because that's kind of the one we're mirroring. They do random weird stuff that everybody is kind of used to seeing, and they enjoy seeing it. So yeah. It's fun.
And we even tested a different game show the other day on Friday. We did a little Jeopardy, so that was even fun, right?
This is Jeopardy.
Michael Ann says, can't wait for the Canadian Stars on the match game. I think I've lined that up too. We are far into March, if not into April.
Okay.
We're into March?
Yeah, that's right. I like being a guest. Well, you are going to be a guest on the match game. Yeah, we are booked solid for the match game. So, and I still have some replies to get back to from our Jot forum too as well. Haven't got the waiver from Scott yet. I think you did. Did I? Oh, I sent it to the counterpart. I'm sorry. Love gambling. Antoinette Erfan, me too. I blame these two. They got me into it a little bit more. All right. I am down to the bottom of the chat. Adventures with Roxanne says, I want in. I do not want to steal anybody else's any more time. I almost said Antoinette's live. She's not live. Not the last Wednesday of the month. But before this runs into an hour and a half, and I don't want this to run into an hour and a half, I am going to let everybody go. Thank you so much, Carnival Cruise Addicts, for spilling a little bit of wisdom on your going YouTube live. Again, I do want to say one thing before we leave. Chris, Liz, and myself are not up here claiming that we are experts at any level at all. Okay, we are just sharing our experiences. Okay, and even if Ron, you're listening, right? You are listening. See, you can take something that maybe I said, maybe Liz said, and maybe you said, right, and put it together, and now you have your own style. Right. And that's kind of the good thing, right? Advice is free. We're not out here gatekeeping, and we want to see everybody succeed that wants to post. And even if you need that little push, guess what? I'm giving you a little push right now. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for all the great information. Thank you, Doug and Becky. I appreciate you guys. I am definitely going to reach out to all those that want to be on the match game too as well. Thank you guys, and thank you, Carnival Cruise Addicts. We will see you guys later. Let's see. Do I have an outro? Okay. Bye, guys. Later.